After several years of working in the sewer and water main business in Toronto, it became obvious to me that I needed to get some more experience and information, and that best way to get that was joining the board of the Ontario Sewer and Water Main Association. And while I was serving there, I learned not only was my input helpful, but I was listening to all the other directors' input to the meetings, and I was learning a great deal about the industry and how things were done. So it helped me a lot, and I helped the association to get further with its plans. My next step to do is to transition our small family firm to my two sons, who are active in the firm and busy there, and to figure out a way to make sure that they learn and get the practice that they need to run the corporation, and at the same time stay out of their hair so they can learn. During my year of chair, I've been able to with Mike's retirement, start the transition of the association into a more modern and effective voice for the industry, and I'm quite pleased that I've had a small role to play in the changes that are taking place currently at the association. I was delighted to travel across the country and meet members of the local LCAs across the country. I went to big ones, I went to small ones, I went to teeny tiny ones. And everywhere people are very proud to be working in construction and very passionate about working in construction. So it was delightful to talk to them and understand what they were proud of, what they were concerned about, and what their worries were, and try to transmit that information back to the CCA staff so that we can make sure that our services reflect the needs of our members. Probably the project that I'm most proud of is a very green project. Enwave Energy Corporation. It started its life as Toronto District Heating, which supplied steam to the buildings in downtown Toronto to heat them. But back in the 90s, they started to install a system to circulate cold water through the buildings to provide air conditioning. I understand that they are supplying enough cold water at the moment to save the equivalent of 75,000 cars off the road for carbon saved, and we were able to find ways to help them to install their distribution system through tunnels under the city streets without disturbing the traffic, and being in a cost-effective way so they could get this green project off the ground and save vast amounts of carbon. I think I'd have to say that the quality of documents and the information that we're being given to bid is probably the first and foremost as far as common issues. Every region of the country has problems with bad documents, and the difficulty is to try to get the message to the owners of construction that if they get a better set of documents, it'll cost them less to build their buildings or other infrastructure. And it's frustrating because it's difficult for them to understand that they should spend more at the early stages so that they can save more later on. I think it's very important that those of us who have the great opportunity to be financially secure take steps to ensure that the people who are not as fortunate have funding. We make a point of contributing money to groups like the Salvation Army or other charities that look after homeless people. Last Christmas, we actually, as a family, rather than giving gifts to each other, we adopted a family at a local charity and provided them with all their gifts for Christmas. That was a very delightful experience, and it was very humbling with the welcome that we received as we delivered the gifts to the staff of the charity to be forwarded on to the family. Those of us that work in construction need to be able to communicate and remember to communicate to the youth that while we have worked hard in our careers and in our profession, working in construction has allowed us to have a very pleasant and meaningful life, and it is a good career path for youth to come into, and there's lots of opportunity for them in our industry.